Just made a quick little pit stop. I gotta get my seats out because I want to get the seats out of this car. Passenger seat is out. As you can see, it still needs to be vacuumed in here before we throw any, and I mean fucking anything in here. Alright, so we got both of the seats in. Not exactly ideal, but they're in and they're not rubbing on anything other than the leather. I'm not super happy about what it's doing to it, but scratching up my fucking nice ass leather seats. Alright, what's up guys? We're back. I know I got only like 2 hours on this fucking camera for storage wise, but today we're going to be cleaning the seats for the Civic Si. So right now, I think this is driver's side. I can tell because there's not any super big holes and stuff, but this is what we're working with. It's not super clean, but I'm hoping to restore some color here. I gotta vacuum it first, but there's one burn over there in the corner. There's a rip right here in the center of the seat, and then there's a burn like right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but a few things, you know, kind of restore some color back into the seat. I'm going to do a little bit of a before and after so that we can kind of see what we're working with, and then of course, you know, hopefully bring some color back and get it nice and plushy again, and just kind of spray things down, and you know, just kind of clean some things up because these seats are nice. So this is the driver's side. So hopefully, like I said, we'll kind of clean this up and get it ready to roll. Alright, so now we're going to examine the passenger seat. This one has a lot of burns. You can see some right there on the side. There's one right there in the hole. There's a hole right there from the burn. You know, needs some vacuuming. Definitely some color here. This is another burn right there. This is not as bad. You know, obviously being it's a passenger side, there probably ain't a lot of passengers that sat on this, but you know, still dirty nonetheless. You know, almost 30 years old. Well, almost as old as me. Not 30 though. As you can see, a couple more burns in the back here. The headrest looks pretty decent. Well, might be a little more burns up there as well, but so far, you know, the seat's not as bad, doesn't look as rough, which is great. You know, just need to vacuum quick, and then we'll start the rinsing process, and then we'll definitely see what we can get for results. So yeah, stay tuned. This is the after action report on the seats. As you can see, much improved. Much improved. I quite love the results. Definitely could spend more time. My handprint right there, pretty sick. Definitely could spend some more time on this bottom section here. You can still see the crevices and there's a little bit of flakiness and some of that, but other than that, very good. Driver's seat looks to be, I'd say, much cleaner than it was. Not as brown on the bottom section there. But so far, looks pretty good. Definitely did some work. And definitely did work, so take a look at that. So yeah, all in all, very successful. I love it. Luckily this didn't take as long as the carpet, but these seats are officially cleaned, or have been extracted. I wouldn't say they're super clean. I mean, I didn't chew this fibers up with the, I didn't really think I needed to, being this is the passenger side. There wasn't a lot of action on this side. Let me just pick this up. Yeah, okay, right to the light. So yeah, I think this seat is much better looking than it was when I first started fucking cleaning it. These sides were by far the dirtiest part of the whole setup, But the top was pretty good. This was clean. Back was nice. Everything was pretty straightforward. I might do a quick little wipe down with some paper towels, and then you know, kind of clean up this plasticky section where the seatbelt is, and then the latch on both sides of these seats, and then we'll be wrapped with the seats cleaning. I wanted to get these done today because I had never cleaned seats before, so I wanted to get those done and at least attempted to be rinsed. I mean, I didn't do a lot of cleaning prior to this car, so I still, like I said, I'll have to go in later, vacuum out the floor before we throw the carpet in, and then we're gonna mount the seats up. And then I might bring home the back seat someday. I mean, it's gonna be open in the back there for a while, at least until we get a new fuel pump, you know, and get all that stuff situated. So I might as well bring that home and clean that too. But right now, these seats are looking better than they were when I first brought them in. So I'm really happy with, like I said, the results. This extractor's been great, especially for the price. You can't beat it. It's a good basic extractor. If you want an industrial one, that'll obviously do a better job cleaning the stuff. We don't need to invest in that right now. Maybe down the road when we're doing a lot more projects and a lot more cleaning and stuff like that, we'll probably invest into something bigger like that. But for right now, this thing's been working great. It's definitely pulling crap up. I mean, you can see here, this is all from the seat. I mean, icky poopy. I mean, come on. It's definitely working, and it's definitely pulling up junk. It's not clean by any means. I mean, if it wasn't working, this would be a lot less dirtier than I'm expecting. But so yeah, this is, you know, definitely a much needed investment, and obviously cleaning these seats, it'll kind of rejuvenate the fabric. It'll bring a decent smell back to the setup, and of course they'll look a little bit better. So I'm hoping that you know, people notice that when they get in the car. But driver's seat was by far the dirtier one, and then yeah, I mean, these are great. You know, SI seats, I'm not looking for anything brand new. Like I said, I don't want this car to look brand new. That wasn't the goal. I'm not trying to, you know, restore this car. Obviously, I'm going to try and do my best to get better undented parts and stuff like that, like fenders and bumpers and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go too crazy on, you know, making sure everything is perfect. This is not going to be a show car. I'm not planning on repainting the build until a long time from now. Like, it's not even on my mind. So right now, like I said, we're focusing on just kind of getting things back up to spar, up to point, you know, getting things back up to where they need to be so that people are comfortable, I'm comfortable, and all that stuff, sitting in this car for long periods of time, knowing that, you know, I'm not sitting in a pile of dirt and all that stuff, like the car was taken care of and shit like that. So right now, like I said, we're cleaning seats. This went well. I'm done. So I'm gonna hopefully vacuum up this carpet, and then we'll bring them both down to the unit, or not to the unit, to the car itself. We'll throw the carpet in after I vacuum out the chassis, and then we'll throw the seats in, and then we'll start assembling the interior stuff, and then we'll actually have a somewhat together car. Excuse me. We'll have a somewhat together car, and we'll be able to actually sit comfortably in there, and then I'll do some more cleaning down the road. So, like I said, super happy. Buy yourself an extractor, at least one that's in the budget. Recommend getting a steamer with it too if you can. If it's a 2-in-1, get that. And then, like I said, I mean, you'll get some fairly decent results, and obviously it's a little darker brownish down here. I might go back in there later with that, but for right now, I'm still happy with this, and definitely brought some color back and, you know, cleaned things up. So, peace, guys.